Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to PlayFrame. And sorry, I hit a button on accident there, but welcome back to PlayFrame, though, with me and Soraya. Soraya's the one who knows things, and I'm the one who's running around playing and having fun.
Am I still special?
Yes, of course.
Oh, yay.
Special is sort of like your default state, and I just sort of assumed that everyone else, they should know that by now, but...
That's fair. I am pretty rad at all times.
That's been my experience.
When in the very far off future, when I die, I want my gravestone to say "rad at all times."
Rad at all times. Yep. Get out of the water. Okay. We're heading to our next objective, which is to save somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, save somebody at the Temple of Apollo. It does kind of call for a little bit of like vroom vroom language, doesn't it?
It does.
Leaving no escape. This would be her greatest battle yet.
Oh, I hope the stranger dies.
See, kind of shows you Zeus is pretty much a turkey.
Yeah. Ooh, here's the thing to throw, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's better than stealth. And...
We like to throw things.
Catch! Smack! Also this. Well, I got the throw off anyway.
No, you got two of them with
Yay.
that. It was just a smaller rock that didn't do as much damage.
Eh. Yeah, gotta get better at parrying.
The sad thing with no mechanical consequences, I think you might be able to like blow up rock people. I think.
Whoa.
I might be remembering that from another game. But it certainly makes fighting near intense, doesn't it?
It certainly does, yeah.
Because now your only way to find out for sure is to murder someone live on air.
Oh boy, I just love, like, the way they go flying. It's very fun. Ah, come on. I say... Whee, there we go.
Yeah.
That's much better. Hey, how's it going?
It's over. You can come out.
No thanks, I'm good.
There's nothing to worry about. If I had wanted to hurt you, I could just as easily come and stab you back there.
True that. So, I'm going to go.
Phoenix.
Unique name. Appreciate the assistance, Phoenix. Nice bracelets.
Thanks. I'm on my way to the Temple of Apollo to see the Oracle.
Me too. Ha! It's right over there.
Oh, great. I can use all the help I can get. We should go to... Hey, where did you go? My bracers! That rotten little thief! I saved you!
Pretty skilled thief, actually.
It was smooth.
Like, not smart, but
I
smooth.
know how you feel, kid. You do everything you can for them, and then they betray you.
no disagreement, Prometheus. Come on, stand up for us.
Listen, Prometheus has stood up for humanity quite a lot.
Fair enough.
He's getting his liver eaten out as a result, so...
Yeah, I guess he's put in his dues on that front. Come on, block. Oh, that's right, I don't have the bracers, of course.
Yeah, you're a little weakling. You're a little baby.
Well, maybe I'll just jump in here then.
You
oh.
can't even do that.
What? Can't do anything anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I know what you need to do, because I played this game.
That's true. Oh, wait, I have an idea now.
Yeah, I figured you would actually rather quickly decipher it on your own.
You think with all the Zelda experience,
Well, you know, I mean, I think you might be missing a piece.
it might be.
Yeah, look carefully.
Let's see, I could... Oh, can't even climb something.
Yeah, no,
Huh.
but there is something on the ground you can stand on.
There's this here, but I'm not heavy enough
There's
for that.
that,
There's this thing
and
here,
There you
which...
go.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
The visual language here is that when it has that little helmet emblem, it has to be used standing on it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, and that's...
The
What's
other,
up
like
with
the
that?
anvil is
Who
a
designed that
emblem of
entrance?
weight. Like
A circus performer?
there's a feather and there's
magician?
an
I
anvil,
don't
and they
know.
both have different requirements.
Aren't mortals wonderful?
Oh, Prometheus. See, he loves us so much.
Yeah.
Step forward into the light. The mysteries I have to offer are as infinite as the grains of sand scattered across the floor. What is your question?
Oh, wise Oracle. How do I reverse the curse and turn everyone back from stone?
Wow. That's a real question. I don't know. It's a mystery.
Well, then, how do I get my stolen bracers back?
Ah, another mystery.
Yes, that's why I came to you, the Oracle.
Oh, yes. Well, circling that, I'm just a priest. The Oracle here turned to stone. But the smoke here is something else. Do you think sand is called sand because it's between the sea and the land?
Have you seen a little guy with golden hair? No? I'm going to go. What's so funny?
You said to go twice, but you still haven't left.
My brother was turned to stone and I can't save him. The one person I tried to help robbed me, and all you can do is laugh.
Whoa! Those are all true. Are you an oracle? Oh, on your way out, can you pick me up something? I'm starving!
Father of your line is not
Well.
father of your kin. A mountain, crowned with flowing locks, is how you win. The monster shambles, hungry for immortal flaws. The true hero owns them all, stolen from the beast's jaws. With the winged herald's aid, go on the attack, and sooner than later, change them all back. A pearl in rough seas, forge fires lit, a wise child convinced, a feather's weight of wit. Eldest of Thetis, father overthrown, hero on high, it's time for you to come home.
Whoa. Now that was a prophecy.
What was? Isn't it weird how prophecy ends with I see? But in this case, I don't?
Stop! Thief!
You can have these bracelets back. You're going to need them where you're going. Come with me.
No!
Look, I'm sorry about stealing from you. It's just something I do. It's kind of a problem. So, we good?
Not even remotely.
I needed an offering for the Oracle. I thought you were a nobody, and I didn't like your face. But that's all behind us now. We have to go.
Didn't like my...
Because you didn't create the exactly right phoenix like my phoenix.
We don't have much time. He will be here soon.
Who?
I have just a ticket for you to make it to the mainland. Where are those wings?
These?
Now who's the thief? Don't look so smug. They won't fly yet anyway. You have to find the other piece.
What do you mean, fly?
Focus. After that, we need a jar stolen from Aeolus.
It's in there?
I'll go begin the preparations. Meet me at the top of the observatory with the jar.
I... don't understand.
You're in grave danger. Help me help you.
Okay, but about what you said earlier... And you're gone. Okay, well... Gotta figure out how to get past that barrier.
I'll leave that to your Zelda brain to figure out. I'm sure you'll struggle. That thing with the Oracle getting high off the fumes in there is actually a lovely reference. Perfect. Well done, game. There's this whole thing where the Oracle of Delphi, which is the most famous oracle in the Greek world, was basically this exact situation where the prophetess would inhale the fumes coming up from a chasm underneath the temple, and then she would just start babbling things that could then be interpreted into prophecies. So they pretty much just had this guy be sitting in her sacred fumes, getting high, and he gives you a legit prophecy. It's a pretty good cut.
Yeah, that does work. Mm-hmm. A lot of these it's interesting. Like, a lot of these scenes don't land quite how I'd like them to, but I don't feel like the writing is at fault here. I feel like there's like weird pacing in the dialogue.
Yes!
The labyrinthine path before Phoenix seemed daunting, but the light of endless stars helped show the way.
I read a beautiful thread on Twitter, and I wish I could remember who posted it, but it was many months ago. A developer who I would assume works on like mission quests, and not on this game, but just, generally.
Yeah.
Talking about how very often the biggest thing that makes dialogue work or not work is the ability to vary the timing of lines.
Yep.
Because if you have somebody trying to tell a joke, often the joke is dependent on their ability to say it at the right time, like quickly or what have you.
Yep.
So if you don't have that ability, you get things like the scene of the priest getting high, where like several of the jokes were funny, but there's an awkward pause.
Yeah.
That just makes it not quite land.
Yeah, which is, like, granted that I feel like that's even further exaggerated by us having subtitles on now, where we can see where the joke is going. So like the long pause then just makes it sort of like kill some momentum, which maybe that would work even better without subtitles. But even so, like, yeah, there's weird pauses between characters' lines talking to each other in dialogue. Mm-hmm. Also, the framing of shots is strange a lot of the times, which really like exaggerates it even further.
Mm-hmm.
There are like long shots of like holding on a character's reaction where their face actually isn't reacting very much.
Yeah.
Like there's lots of little stuff like that where which makes it to where writing, which would otherwise I think land fine at least 80 to 90% of the time, just lands with more of a thud instead.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how many components all have to work for this sort of dialogue to work at once, and it's amazing. Like the writer will get blamed every time.
Yeah.
The writer or the actor will get blamed every time.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of other reasons why some of these aren't landing when they should.
Yeah. And considering I mentioned in the last game that I had a friend who worked on the writing of this game, thank you.
Oh, you bet. No, like
I wasn't even the one. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of really great writers and voice actors whose work then gets blamed for the execution of the thing.
Oh yeah.
But there are so many steps between like writing a joke and seeing it on paper, or even delivering it in like a voice recording booth.
100%.
Yeah.
There's
And
so many opportunities for a joke to get ruined between writing it and it coming out.
exactly.
So many people have to get it just right.
And this game leans so heavy into the funny, right? Like,
Yeah.
when it lands, it's very good, and when it doesn't, we're as humans, we tend to be more critical of like that joke wasn't funny than
Yep.
we are appreciative of the ones that did land. So
Yeah, they stand out. Hey, I dodged.
yeah, I will
Disagree.
certainly concede that like not all of the jokes are funny, like on their own. I'm not entirely appreciative of the very heavy hinting around Achilles being gay that I was kind of poking at in the last episode, but yeah, like I think on the whole that most of the jokes are pretty good, and that there are some weaknesses in the way that they get executed on.
Yeah.
That are just kind of things that I hope will get improved in a potential sequel.
Yeah, I would like for them to get another shot at doing something like this. So, like this personally, I find this way more interesting than another Assassin's Creed, and I know that that's entirely down to taste, but that's
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them trying to make a different kind of thing with their engine and their design sensibility, and pulling from Breath of the Wild open world design is a great is a great influence that I think brings a lot of good out of what they are already doing.
And I think, I mean, like I said, I 100%ed this game. Like, obviously, it works pretty well for me.
Yeah. And I like credit to them also for trying to go for comedy, because like comedy that doesn't land is way worse than drama that doesn't land, or that just by basic dramatic video gamey sort of like I must achieve this thing. Oh no, I've lost. Like I've had losses. Like we've played so many mediocrely like written or executed dramatic stories that we just kind of like video game story. It's not. I'm not interested in it, but whatever. Who cares? Like I move on. If comedy's not working, then it feels bad so much worse. Like it feels annoying or like or cringy more or something, and that's like it's a higher risk genre, it feels like.
Yeah, I think so. I think you nailed it there with like it feels like the cringe idea that we all have.
Yeah.
I think gets amplified when you're trying to deal with comedy. And we are like, and I think that's for a couple of reasons, right? Like bad drama is still closer to melodrama, which is, you know, its own kind of fun.
Yeah.
Whereas bad comedy is pretty much just bad comedy.
And we've experienced so much bad drama in video games at this point. In fact, that like for the longest time, that's about all there was.
Yeah.
So like, we're all pretty used to just writing off of like, oh, it's just bad video game writing, and like, which is something that we're used to overlooking and ignoring.
Yeah, but God forbid someone try to make us laugh.
Yeah.
The nerve.
You dare try and fail to make me laugh? Nope, wrong way.
A lot of the puzzles at this point are fairly on rails. Like there's one obvious way to solve them, but
Yeah.
something that I do appreciate in this game. I imagine it's not new. I imagine Breath of the Wild did it too, but like I said, I did not play it. But there end up being multiple ways to solve things.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things to do in some of these
As
puzzles
Fenyx
later on.
traveled through the underworld,
Oh, I'll
her
just
thoughts
let them
turned
talk this
toward her
time.
mother
Okay.
and father. Were they safe in Argos? Had they too been transformed? Phoenix
Ford,
couldn't help
a
but
huge monster appears.
See, that one landed the timing.
Yeah, that one worked very well.
It's just laugh.
To mama, mother.
No! So you want to dance, huh?
Oh. Oh, it's perfect.
The adorable monster was ever so playful. Everything she had prayed for to take her mind off her worries. It was a gift from Olympus she would treasure forever, deep within her vulnerable yet ever expanding heart.
Fine, have it your way. Just don't make me vomit.
Phoenix faced the monster, ready. The monster
Mikros the adorable.
That's very good.
That is so good.
So yeah, like there's some good jokes that are very much landing. Ow.
But yeah, I was gonna say that one of my favorite things to do later in the game, I mentioned you get a horse. You can use your horse as a weight. So I would go to, you know, puzzles where you're supposed to go and find like heavy weight and just be like, horse! Get over here, horse.
I love that. Yeah, finding the non-conventional solution to puzzles can be very good. And honestly, that's pretty new to Zelda as well, with Breath of the Wild. Like most Zelda, prior to Breath of the Wild, you solve the puzzle in the intended way. And Breath of the Wild was like one of the first ones in a very long time in which you could actually get more creative. So I'm glad that some of that has also made it into the... Doggone it. Buttons. Schmack.
It always feels very tabletop RPG for me, which is a great thing.
Yes. Even this having the storytellers and the conflicting interests of the storytellers and the listener. Like, it also feels a little tabletop weirdly here.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought of that.
It's like, hey, DM, I don't care about your story drama right now. I'd really love for there to be a fight.
Yeah.
I'm nearly there, little one. We have so much to talk about.
Whoever or whatever you are, you don't scare me.
I like their voice cast a lot too. I recognize a few voices from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I think.
Do you?
I think so. I think Zeus might be the oh gosh, that downside is I can't remember their names. The vineyard buying like
Oh, Marcos.
yeah, Marcos.
I could
Similar
hear
tone.
that. That would make sense. I'm going to Google it.
I may be wrong.
This little thing can't contain the wind. That's impossible.
A jar of Aeolus.
So Aeolus was the god of winds. He's usually considered a god. There's a few versions where he's just immortal that Zeus liked a lot.
Yeah.
He lived on this island with a bunch of caves on it, and he would keep all of his winds in these little caves so he could summon them. And it's, you know, a variety of winds. So you've got like your soft, gentle breeze, and then your giant, like storm wind kind of thing.
Oh, he's got like a whole collection.
He's got a collection. He just releases them as he feels fit. And the story that they're referencing here with his winds being in a jar is the journey of Odysseus, actually. Odysseus found himself lost, as always, and on the island of Aeolus, and they hung out and got along pretty well. So Aeolus was like, you know, you're a pretty cool dude, and I'm sympathetic to your desire to return home. I'm, you know, the god of winds and everything, so let me help you out. I am going to summon a wind that will carry you gently and safely to your destination, and I will take all of the other winds that are kind of out there right now that are threatening to get in your way, and I'll put them in a jar so that they don't bother you. Just make sure you let them back out again when you get home. And Odysseus is like, great, that's awesome idea. Thanks so much, bud. Off I go. But his crew sees this pretty cool looking jar that Odysseus got from a god, and they're like, there has to be treasure in that, right? There's gems or gold or something. We gotta get a piece of that treasure, because we have also been on this journey. We have also suffered a fair bit. So they end up opening the jar and immediately blowing Odysseus right back off course. And themselves right back off course.
Yeah. Tough break.
It depicts the orbit of planets, and you know what? Never mind.
In their defense, I would never ever expect a jar I open to contain wind. Under any circumstances. So, like, I can't really get mad at them.
Yeah, but there's so many jars in Greek mythology that you just shouldn't open.
Never open a Greek jar.
Never open a Greek jar. Pandora's box was actually a jar. There was a mistranslation. Really? Yeah, a mistranslation at some point turned it into a box, but it was a jar.
I've never heard that before. I feel like that would be the sort of thing that I'd... Ah! Is this a fight I shouldn't pick?
No, I think you can pick it.
Yeah. It really... Hey. No,
you know what else is a jar, actually?
What's a jar?
A door that's slightly open.
That was a pretty good joke.
Thank you. You didn't see that one coming.
I didn't, no. Caught me off guard with that one.
Yes. Got it back. Oh, Soraya got her groove back. You can actually, I should have mentioned this, you can't just jump at them and sorty them in the face.
I probably will start doing that instead. But they actually seem to keep on coming
They will not endlessly spawn.
Oh, that's good.
There is a limited number. It's just that you attracted their attention in a bit of a way.
I seem to have. Now I want to throw something at them, though.
That also works.
I'm probably going to get hit first, but I'm going to try. You get it. Yeah. It's so satisfying.
It is, right? Hit him
There.
one more time with your axe and he'll get stunned. Or just kill him. That also works. Team rocketing.
Yep. I really love it.
What was there was some series of Pokemon, which, yes, I do occasionally watch the new episodes of Pokemon, and
Oh,
so
yeah?
should all of us. They're funny. They're very cute.
They're really well animated these days, too, actually.
They are. There's some series where the ongoing joke is that Team Rocket kinda befriends a Beware, which is the giant teddy bear.
Yeah.
And so for most of the episodes
wall's
in that
crumbling.
particular series, instead
I
of
wonder
blasting
if
away,
there's a
they
way
just
to
get
break through
abducted
it.
by a Beware who will just show up out of nowhere, top speed, grab both of them in a giant bear hug, and blast away.
That's pretty good. I like that.
It's a very good joke.
That's very cute. Whatever this is I wanted.
He's shiny.
Ow. That was also pretty good.
I wasn't aware you could do that to yourself, but I appreciate it.
I do as well. What's this for? It looks nice.
I mean, do you want me to actually tell you? Because I can't remember if it's key to... Oh, well, I guess you've got the hint right up there. Obtain the wing piece by completing the observatory's constellation.
Oh, I just kind of grabbed a piece a little early here.
Yeah,
I see.
you grabbed a little star before you actually made it all the way up to see where you're supposed to put it.
Well, I'll stop sequence breaking and actually go
As
and see.
Phoenix
Oh, there's another one.
continued her journey, she couldn't help but wonder if her story would one day be told amongst the stars.
Hermes always says, the stars tell stories, but I don't get it. It's like I can't read.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
And they popped up a little thing in the corner there about like puzzle assist, which is another thing that they do that I really appreciate. in
Yeah, it's
terms
nice
of
of them.
making it more
Solve this to
accessible.
get
Yeah.
The missing wing piece.
You can't solve the stars. The stars solve you. At least that's what a seer named Miss Cleo once told me. And I won't tell you what happened after that. But those stars were bright.
She stole your money.
She did, yes. But I turned her into a juniper berry. So overall, not a bad night.
He does turn people into a lot of things.
He does.
He's really creative, too. I give him points for that, too. He's not just turning everything into a lion or a fly. Comes up with something new every time.
Sometimes he turns himself into things.
Also true. That's a power he probably shouldn't have.
That is definitely... Honestly, there's a lot of powers he shouldn't have.
I don't know a lot about Zeus, but that's what I've, like, every tidbit I get seems to reinforce that fact. Zeus shouldn't have that power.
Yep.
Or that one.
I've been watching an Amazon Prime original TV series
Yeah.
called The Boys. Have you heard of this one?
That's very familiar.
It's-
Is that the, like, sort of, like, almost Watchmen-esque, like, superheroes, but, like, superheroes suck?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. Yeah. It's basically like, what if superheroes, but instead of all the people who get superhero powers are like magically really good people, what if just not? What if random people, some of whom are absolute jerkwads, get powers, and also it's America and corporations exist?
It's a pretty good premise.
It is a good premise.
I've heard some good things about it. How's it been?
I like the show. I actually had to debate that for
yeah?
a while. The show very aggressively wants you to dislike it because it is deliberately doing things that will upset you.
Gotcha.
Like, I, for instance, do not care for anything harming animals, but it does happen in that show. So, yeah, they just have some sequences that are incredibly gory or incredibly like unpleasant to watch, and they're doing it very, very much on purpose because that is, a huge part of the premise of the show.
Yeah, they're trying to find... They're pressing all the buttons until they find yours.
Exactly. Exactly. So they found several of mine, and I had to debate, like, are they getting to a point where I'm like, I don't like this show because it's pressing the buttons too hard? And eventually I came out the other side and was like, you know what? They're succeeding at what they aim to do, which is to really distress me.
I've heard various people say that was a pretty good show, so maybe I should give it a shot.
Yeah. Don't be eating all the time when you're watching it, though.
Noted. I need one more. Did I bring that one? I think I did.
You did bring that one.
Okay, so
there's another one yet to be found. And one of the...
I want that.
Ooh. Oh, it's Greek writing. I never noticed that they had a little bit of Greek writing down there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. On the next to the little red blocky thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I trust them that it actually says something.
I was about to ask, can you read it?
Nope. Nope. I did Latin, my friend. I can't even read the Greek alphabet.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm certainly not able to point fingers either. Ha, you can't read Greek. Like,
it's Greek to me. I believe in your Zelda brain, Daniel.
I'm
can solve
confident.
this.
I've not Zelda'd in a while. If only we had Dan Jones here. All right, I see. Okay, okay, let's see. Yep. All right, okay. There we are. Is that one lit? And there we go.
And a 2.
Yay!
Yeah, you solved this much faster than I did. I got very lost going around corners thinking that there was a secret that I was missing.
It kind of depends on like what puzzle solving mode your brain is in. Like, just the games I've played recently have gotten me thinking about like, alternative entrances and other side things, as opposed to like Zelda logic, which is, if I'm thinking Zelda logic, it's instantly, oh, right, shoot arrow through fire, light thing, door open. You know, Zelda.
As opposed to look around corners for hidden thing, which is a different kind of puzzle solving.
Oh, Karen coins.
Karen's back.
Welcome to the Golden Isle. In remembrance of my greatest success and my greatest failure. May the gods accept my offering. May I see you again. Icarus. And these are the great Daedalus' wings! He must have built everything here too! All these temples! I can't imagine losing a son like that. What it does to you. The wing piece recovered, and Aeolus's jar back from Tartaros. Now, to find that stranger at the top of the observatory.
Are you familiar with the story of Daedalus and Icarus?
What? I didn't kill Icarus. Daedalus is fucking
And where is Daedalus now? I see. Silence.
I'm sure Phoenix will find out eventually.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, no, I think their narration is entirely additive. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can get up there before we wrap up today.
That will get a beautiful view up there too.
Ooh, I love those. Is there a term for the thing where, like, you've never heard of a word or a term or something before, and then you hear it hear it described for the first time, and as soon as you learn about it, suddenly you start hearing or seeing it everywhere?
There is a term for that. I'm pretty sure there is a term for that. However, I haven't been introduced to it recently enough for it to become a thing that I hear and see everywhere, so I don't remember.
Fair enough. I feel like Charon is that for me, and just mostly in games almost entirely, because I'm just now between Hades and this and Spiritfarer, like all the games I've been playing lately, suddenly Charon is everywhere.
At least you know how to pronounce it, right?
It's true, it took a few games, but now I know it.
Now he's a buddy.
Yeah. Unless you steal. Never steal from Charon.
I steal from Charon.
I'm not strong enough or brave enough to steal from Charon again yet. Need something to break through this. Something breaky.
Yeah, you just can't help yourself, can you? You gotta.
Nope, gotta. That's also sort of like
a Zelda thing.
It is a Zelda thing. It's kind of more like a curse, though. Like, as soon as you see something like that, you're like, I have to break this. I have to bomb this wall. I can't do anything else until that's broken or bombed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sympathetic, right? Like, I have a completionist urge. So if I'm enjoying myself and I see like, oh, there is a mystery here. Do I need to solve it to beat the game? No, I'm already massively overpowered. Can I solve it, though? Let's find out.
Yeah, I feel bad for you. having that completionist curse. I don't think I could handle it.
It would not go well with running a YouTube channel. Well, I guess it does for some if that's like their whole thing. Like
That's true.
There's the completionist and stuff like that.
Yeah, it depends on just what sort of channel you do, how you play things.
It would not go well with your style.
Probably not.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah. You're standing awfully kickably close to that ledge.
This isn't Odyssey. You don't have the Sparta kick.
Preparing something.
It's the same engine. I bet I could do it.
You got the wings?
Yes.
Not really good as new, but what is?
Something new?
You have the jar, right? Get ready to open it.
What is that?
Whoa.
You deceitful thief! You thought you could escape me?
You stole something from the thing?
I told you, it's a problem.
Tweed delivery boy! You do not deserve the crown you were given.
We'll take you down, Typhon! Just like before!
We? There is no we. Not anymore.
Phoenix! No! Open your wings!
I can't!
I have you now. You cannot hide forever!
Okay, we need to get to safety. Stat.
What was that monster?
Typhon.
Not the Typhon.
Oh, you have no idea. Gotta get to the Hall of the Gods, then we can talk. You ready to fly?
These were Daedalus's wings. The Daedalus, the great inventor.
So?
So they didn't work right and killed his son.
You'll be fine. Just don't fly too close to Helios. And also don't try to go to the bathroom during turbulence. You should make it to the mainland without crashing. Probably.
You literally robbed me, and now you're saving me. Why?
I didn't follow most of what the Oracle ran through. But if the prophecy is on the money, hero on high, you're the only one who can stop Typhon from remaking the world.
We don't even know if it's about me.
For someone trying to help everyone right and left, maybe you should accept help once in a while.
What are you talking about?
Fate's alive! How is the Winged Herald supposed to provide aid when you won't let me?
With the Winged Herald's aid? Wait, Winged Herald? No way! You are...
Hermes! I like telling half-truths, playing tricks, and taking long runs on the beach. Now, can we go, please? The other gods need our help.
Other gods? You mean all the stories are real?
Something's wrong with your face. It's doing that slack-jawed thing again. Fly to the Golden Isle. Meet me at the Hall of the Gods. I'll be waiting.
And with that, Hermes disappeared. Phoenix gazed across the narrow band of sea at the peaks and valleys of the Golden Isle ahead. The long path to her true destiny lay stretched out before her.
Wait! That was just a prologue? How does it take someone that long to begin a story? Odysseus made it home faster.
She's about to jump. Be quiet and listen.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's really lovely, just world design in general. I'm really loving all the colors and everything. But yeah, like there's scene stuff, like I'm trying to figure out what all the components are that aren't specifically working. It's in part the and I don't even know the right term to use, like the assembly, the layout, something about these scenes and the way they're being directed. There's long pauses between. They'll have a second after a character finishes talking where it cuts to the other character and they're not saying anything or expressing or doing anything. They're just standing there.
Yeah.
Then they say a line. They don't really have much in the way of facial animation at all. So and the lack of expressiveness kind of like hurts a lot of the reads as well.
Yeah. That particular one was, I think, a pretty clear example of that, where like maybe the writing had to be done and the voice acting had to be done before maybe they knew exactly what their facial rig could pull off. Because it specifically pulled attention to her face and her expression, and then when the camera actually pans to her expression, it's not a good sell.
No, like I'm guessing, like, because they did not have any facial animation problems whatsoever in their Assassin's Creed stuff. They're like the quality and fidelity on that stuff is all really high. I'm guessing that there was some slight Mass Effect Andromeda problems kind of behind the scenes here that's sort of limiting them, or just a really like aggressive schedule for something.
Yeah.
Because like I'm kind of surprised at how much that aspect is not working, but it also does go to show that like there are so many moving parts in these scenes, and just one or two of them not quite clicking can throw the whole thing off.
Yeah.
Like even though a lot of individual parts and components are totally working, they're like the voice actors are doing great. The lines I think are all like the dialogue is all totally works. Like, but yeah.
Speaking of the voice actors doing great, I'm afraid that you and I both made the assumption that just that one heavy Greek accent sounds like another, because the voice actor for Zeus and the voice actor for Marcos are very different people.
Oh, really? Who is it for Zeus?
For Zeus, there is a fella named Daniel Matmore. So a fellow Daniel.
Nice.
And the actor for Marcos is Damon Papadopoulos.
Okay. I think I know I remember seeing in the IMDb pages that there's at least one shared actor between the thing, and maybe it's it might be that Prometheus is somebody who was a voice in Odyssey. Whatever the case, this is too good a scene to jump off from without starting the next episode. So y'all, we will see you next time for some more of this, and we'll hear some more catty narrators, and we'll talk over them half the time, but the rest of the time they'll tell good jokes.
Yes.
See you later, everybody.